They call them chow hounds. And there are just some dogs that eat absolutely any and everything. We got one on my house right now. My daughter's Frenchie, Ocho. This dog will consume everything. He's the one that the other day I saw he had a rat hanging out of his mouth. And I went to, confront him about it.
Yes.
And he looked right at me, all calm, and he just went, ooh.
Ooh, and swallowed the whole entire rat.
Just gunked it right down. Then I was, and my wife was standing next to me, so I grabbed her. I'm like, well, he got a rat in his mouth.
That's horrifying.
We were both standing there horrified and shocked and stunned. And he's just looking at us like, what's up?
He ate the rat?
Yeah, whole.
What?
Took it right down. Gone. Just like that. We were so stunned. I was like, oh my gosh.
What, how big was it?
It's good size.
Really?
Yeah. We kept an eye on him and said, all right, is he going to be okay? Fine. He didn't flinch. He was good. And then yesterday, I saw him just eating a piece of wood.
Piece of wood.
Just a piece of wood. There's splinters all over the floor, and I'm walking around barefoot.
This dog has a different kind of tummy.
He does.
I'd rather eat the wood than the rat.
Yeah. And I was sitting at the table yesterday, the dining room table. I was doing a little bit of work, and I get my food delivered from Ideal Nutrition on Wednesdays, and my mother-in-law, she had left, and I didn't realize that she had taken the bag that they delivered and dropped out right out front of my door, and she brought it right inside and put it inside the door, and I'm sitting there and I'm working, and I look over and Ocho has ripped the bag open, and he is trying to tear through my 12 meals that are in there.
He's eating your Ideal Nutrition?
The whole thing.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, and it was down for maybe 8 seconds.
Well, look, he's going from wood and rat to Ideal Nutrition. He's really stepping up his game.
Oh, my gosh.
He couldn't believe it. He's like,
believe
he's like, I'm so hungry I'm eating wood, and you guys just give me these 12 amazing meals? All I got to do is just rip through a bag? Not a problem at all.
How much food did he consume?
Thankfully, I got to him because I just kept hearing them. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh my gosh. You fat dog. He just will not stop eating. He just constantly is sniffing, looking for food. He has to always put something in his mouth.
I've heard of dogs, biting a rat or carrying it around, but to consume
Swallow
it.
That's why I was so stunned. I'd never seen that. I've grown up with dogs, been around my whole life, never seen anything like it.
He's next level gross.
He's next level.
Your dog is next level gross.
What's that
Next
thing
level.
called when people crave stones and rocks? Pica or pica?
Yeah, that's usually pregnant women.
Does your dog have a version of that where
No.
he wants to eat wood and rats?
It's just called a fat ass.
I mean, he ate a block of wood.
We say if he were human and he didn't have anybody that was monitoring what he would be 700 pounds. He just would not stop eating all day long.
And he's not a huge dog, right?
Because we try to control what he's putting in his mouth. But now everything, you have to watch absolutely every little thing. When you start eating wood, at that point you're like, okay, I don't know. You have to monitor him every second of every day. Because given a chance, he will try to swallow something.
How old?
Don't know. You'd have to ask my daughter.
They brought a dog. I saw in the news today. They brought some dog to the vet. He had ate like 12 socks.
Yeah, this is Luna that I was just talking about. It's in Corona, California. The story's gone viral because they noticed, and one of the signs is if you have a dog that has diarrhea or they're throwing up, then they may have consumed something that they shouldn't, because some dogs will do this. So they brought Luna into the vet. And when they did an x-ray, they just saw a mass of things. They said, we're going to have to go in there because she's not able to digest whatever's in her tummy. And at the end of it, it looked like a magic trick. Luna had consumed 1 scrunchie, 2 hair ties, 1 shoe insert, a small baby onesie.
A onesie?
A onesie. Luna the dog ate a onesie and 24 socks.
She must have been in so much pain.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sure. But the dog just... Why? I guess you can't put the correlation together that I feel terrible eating things and I feel worse, but I'm going to keep eating things.
Especially if it's a puppy or if it's a,
Are you sure your dog's not going down this path?
No, he is going down this path.
How's your sock count?
I'm watching everything. Trust me, we're getting to the point now we're realizing the longer this dog stays with us that you have to constantly monitor him and you have to watch anything that's loose that's laying around, because everything is fair game for him to try to consume.
But let's try to look at this half full here. You're down one rat. So that's good.
It's true. Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, we got to cancel Orkin.
The word got back to the rat village. Do not go to the Ralstons.
Hey, look, if there's less rats, you know, nobody's getting too badly hurt here.
They're packing up. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah, they say Luna's parents had to puppy-proof the house. They also have her working with a trainer to help her develop good habits. I don't know how a trainer does that. Maybe they put, like a baby onesie in front of the dog and then they let the dog know, don't do that. I don't know how you train a dog for better habits. But.
They got these techniques that they do.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just kind of curious. What is the craziest thing you have ever seen your dog eat? Because they will. I remember when I was a kid, my parents were getting ready for my birthday party, and they'd had the birthday cake out, and they had the balloons and all that. And they went and they looked at the table after about maybe 10 minutes. They'd walked away. Balloons are gone, and half of my Darth Vader cake was consumed.
The dog ate the balloons and half your cake?
It looked like an Easter egg hunt in my backyard for the next 2 weeks.
I played baseball with a guy who had a very large shipment of, let's just say, adult devil's lettuce. We're talking a very large bag of the ganj, and the dog ate the entire bag, and it was just, very, very tired for 2 days.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
He left it out on the table, and the dog got in and ate pretty much the entire bag of weed.
Yeah, they will. You just have to, and you have to identify, though. Not all dogs are like that. Like the other Frenchie actually doesn't even care about food. He'd rather play and pounce and do all that, has no real desire for food, only eats to stay alive. And this other dog lives to eat.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
You're
odd.
right. Some dogs, it's just in their blood. They want to eat all kind of crazy crap.
Yeah.
Some people, too.
Somebody, yeah, you're right. Right. Yeah, it's like we need to get him doggy Ozempic.
I am that dog. I recognize game recognizes game, dog.
Yeah, somebody texted in and said we had to spend $7,000 for my dog who ate a whole corn cob, the entire thing in one gulp.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd had that. Well, when it comes to bones, sometimes bones are good to clean a dog's tooth. And with my dogs, we'd always given them beef bones and things like that to help clean their teeth. And I given Ocho a bone to clean his teeth, and he was trying to get the whole thing down his throat in one gulp, and I had to wrestle, and he's fighting me he was bound determined to swallow this whole thing.
Oh my
T-bone, steak bone, whole, just trying to, like a snake, you know how they unhinge their jaw?
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Damn, you need to make more Ocho videos. I'm
don't
kind
know.
of intrigued.
But you can't do both because you're wrestling this very meaty Frenchie. He's a very large Frenchie.
You can't wrestle a dog and save its life and take a video?
It
Lame.
would be tough, yeah.
The last time Kevin uploaded a video with dogs in it, I don't know, it's very inappropriate.
It was sexy.
It was next level.
It
Dogs
was-
put on a show.
These dogs are fascinating.
Yeah. Somebody said my dog got into the neighbor's trash, and I didn't know that he'd done that until he barfed up a colostomy bag.
Oh my gosh. First of all, now you know.
Okay, that beats your rat story.
That tops it by a lot.
I didn't think that anybody would beat the rat.
Tops it by a lot. Wow, that's disturbing.
Embarrassing for the dog and for the neighbor.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh.
Okay. All right. People hit me up with a lot of different crazy things their dogs have consumed. You can hit us up 877-979-WRMF. Shayna's on here from Hope Sound. What is the craziest thing that your dog ate, Shanna?
Yeah, he was in my. I saw him in the backyard, my backyard, getting ready to make a bowel movement. I walk out and I look out there at him, and I see what I think is this gigantic worm coming out of him. So I screamed for my boyfriend to come out, and so he goes and runs and grabs a bag, to wrap around his hand, and he goes and helps to him, and he lifts his tail up, and he starts pulling on it, thinking it's a worm, but he's just pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and then out comes. And when he got to the end of it, it was a 5-foot rope.
Oh my gosh.
5-foot rope?
It just keeps coming. Oh my gosh.
And then with this same dog, he wouldn't eat for like a week or so, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with him. So I ended up having to take like 3 different vets. I was only like 18 or 19 years old at the time. And he swallowed a corn on the cob too, and it blocked his.
Yeah, it is. That's a problematic thing. A lot of people are saying too. You know, these surgeries to do that, you're talking $5,000 to $7,000.
Oh my God!
Sometimes, some people are throwing their prices on that because they've had to actually go and open the dog up to get the stuff out because they can't pass it.
Oh, if you just take your dog to the ER, Virginia, you're looking at $1,200.
That's it. Boom! Just to walk in the door.
Just knowing that
Pretty
they're
much.
gonna take care of you and do X-rays and all that. You're 900 between 12. It's
That's
crazy.
insane.
5 foot of rope takes quite a long time to eat, I feel.
Yeah.
That's a long process.
All right, they're doing like spaghetti, just taking it down.
How do you get it down without choking?
It really is amazing. I don't even know. I watch Ocho and I'm like, I don't even know how he got some of that stuff down, but he does. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, Virginia.
Dang.
Some of the other comments people were texting in: dog ate TV cable, wires, telephone cables, also 100 crayons.
Oh, that had to be beautiful, though.
Yeah, that's going to decorate your backyard.
That's like artwork.
Yeah.
Put out a rainbow.
Lawn art.
Someone's chocolate lab puppy ate their entire wall, going about 3 feet. Wood paneling, corner trim, everything. And a pet sitter said, I saw one of the dogs that I walk eat the owner's bed. Pretty much the entire bed, ate the bed.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's what you say because you're like, what are you doing, dog? You're so thrown off. You're like, why are you eating this? It's pretty crazy. So it seems like a lot of people, if you got a dog, you probably got a story, and you can always get it to us, 877-979-WRMF.
This is how we do. It's the KVJ Show.